Welcome to War Thunder with Subdude. How y'all doing? Well, we're in the CDK and we're taking a look at the Bullpup. Well, let me tell you something, boys and girls. The Bullpup is a 250-pound warhead command guide missile. It's got about a 10-kilometer range at max. We're probably never going to see that range in War Thunder. But what it is the very first air-to-ground missile. Developed by the United States Navy and deployed in 1959, is the ASM-N-7, later redesignated as the AGM-12 Bullpup. That happened in 1962 when McNamara decided to consolidate everything in the military inventory, which had its upsides and downsides, but it's not the basic thrust of the conversation here. The basic thrust of the conversation is this missile has a limited guidance capability. It didn't have a wire, it was radio guided, and basically the pilots that launched this literally had to stay behind it to guide it into the target. Now they could get some fairly accurate hits with it, but because of the minimal size of the warhead on the 12B, 250 pounds, the actual damage capability isn't that high. Although there have been indications that you could punch one right through a window like they did in Vietnam to a power plant. But it was designed to go in and attack things like bridges. The problem is the 250-pound warhead was not heavy enough to actually do the damage necessary to take down large structures. So, are we going to be able to do a lot with the AGM-12B? Probably not. It'll be fun to watch, and I might even use it a couple of times, but this is going to be one of those rockets, and I use that term loosely because it's basically going to be a fire and forget rocket. Flat shooting. It'll probably be good for 1, maybe 2 kilometer shoots. You might be able to shoot it a little bit further, but I wouldn't guarantee it. Now this is supposed to get the jets out of the range of the air-to-ground, blah 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 blah, the AAA, which is radar guided, sort of. And it isn't really going to do that good of a job. But this is the first of many to come, I am sure. The one I'm looking forward to is the Walleye. Now, if you don't know what that is, it's a TV guided bomb. In the nose, it has a camera, and the pilot has a joystick. He can guide the missile directly to the target. That will be a much more useful weapon, especially seeing as how you should be able to actually home in on tanks, whereas I do not believe that the Bullpup will be very efficient at taking on tanks. I could be wrong. It may do magnificent things. But in this case, I think there's a lot of overhype getting ready to happen, and we'll see. This Subdude signing off. You have a pleasant today, better tomorrow, and we will catch you in the skies in Air Realistic. Bye-bye, folks.